What if I told you one of the rarest Camaros ever built has been hiding in this barn since the mid-'80s? And in this video, it's up for grabs. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Parker with Backyard Barn Finds, and I'm super excited about today's video. A few months ago, we got a message on Facebook from a guy saying that he had a 1969 Pace Car convertible in a barn. Now, we found plenty of rare Camaros on this channel. We found Copos, we found Super Sports, but we've never had the chance to pull a 1969 Z11 Pace Car convertible out from where it's been sleeping for over 4 decades. So what we're gonna do is go over and meet the owner, and we'll do that right now. Doug, how are you?
Parker, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming up.
I didn't know that you guys had all of these cars here.
Yeah, there's quite some cars here.
I seen the Mercedes whenever we pulled on in, but like we mentioned on the phone, none of the cars in the rest of this video are for sale, is that right?
No, the only car that the owner's selling is behind this barn, and that's a 69 Camaro Pace Car.
Well, why don't we go check this out? How long has this car basically been sitting here?
Pretty much since '86.
Since '86?
That's when the owner bought it, and he never registered it or insured it, and it had a knock when he bought it. So it did run, and he would just drive it up and down this road here. And then one day he wanted to drive it, and the clutch went to the floor, and it's locked in gear. So it's been here since '87.
And so we're basically gonna pull this car out of here, and then you wanted me to kind of go over the car and kind of assess for the camera or the audience at home the condition, is that right?
Correct.
And
yes.
Then basically offer it for sale.
Yes, this car will be for sale.
Now, do these doors, do these come off, or what do you want to do here?
The owner he said they're nailed here, so I'm sure.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, they are.
I'm sure we just ripped them open. They should just flip open, hopefully.
All right. Well, do you want to start ripping doors with me here, or what do you want? What do you want to do?
Doors.
Doug?
That works. Let me just see if there's something that will come out.
Let me go ahead and grab the door while you're doing that. We're
Top's free.
We're stuck on this piece right here.
That's what's stuck.
Yep. And then down below there, we're pretty. Ooh, this one's gonna take a little effort here.
The ground's got it.
Uh-oh. We'll pick that up.
It's a true barn find.
How do you know the original owner?
I met him through my father.
Okay.
And I forget exactly how they met, but he's become a good friend of the family. And he asked me if I could help him sell his car, and I said yes.
And here we are.
Tearing barn doors down.
I'm gonna say, hold on. Let me.
Right, if they come out like that.
Let's take the glass out.
Yeah.
Now we're getting smart.
Is that it?
Yep.
Let
me just get these pieces right here.
One more.
All right.
Okay.
Now this has a
like
lock
Johnny
on it.
Cash, one at a time. One piece at a time.
You ever seen that car?
No, I've never seen a car.
No, there's a good YouTube video on it.
Oh, there's a lock. Okay.
Go over here and the old master lock, huh?
Master lock. He actually has.
Think we have a key for that?
Yeah, they're actually on the keys that say 69 Camaro.
Well,
There's a master lock. Since '87. You think it's actually going to open? Oh my God, look at, wow.
Yeah.
There's a plug for master lock. Look at that, all the rust and everything.
Yeah, it's working out, man. All right. I think this door is gonna just collapse once we get it kind of All right, Doug, how about you open that side?
Yeah, hopefully. Wow, there she is.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's a pace car. Look at that.
That is a convertible pace car.
Sitting since '87. Oh, holy cow, man. Now this is a real Z11 coated car from what we've been told, right?
Right.
And it's not like they're gonna fake it sitting in here since the
thing
80s.
this long.
And the wheels on this car are not right. You say they're in the trunk?
According to the owner, the only reason he was buying the car is if the guy sold him the original wheels, which are supposed to be in the trunk. And to this day, we do not know if that's true or not.
It's still got the original T3 headlight in this one over here.
Yeah, it
That one's been changed. But I mean, where else are you guys gonna find something like this?
She is in the ground a little bit though.
Yeah, she is sunk. Why don't we check out the interior? Now these cars would have had a 720 Houndstooth Deluxe interior on the inside, and look at this. This door has not been opened in decades. Doug, do you think it looks good on the inside, or you think it's going to be good, or you think it's going to look like the rest of the car?
I'm just hoping it's not rodent infested with like a raccoon or a possum or some large animal.
Mice, or
Yeah, mice is expected, but anything larger than that, snakes, no snakes, please.
All right, we can see it's got a little crack. Maybe that left all the air out of it or something. Maybe got the moisture out of there. I don't know.
It's supposed to have houndstooth interior.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Get
dude.
out.
Look at that thing.
Not bad for 30 some years.
I was gonna say, that's the orange houndstooth, dude, right there.
Get out.
You can see how it says SS. Now we have to remember that these cars were rally sport cars and they were super sport cars at the same time.
And the owner says that's exactly what this is, RSSS.
These were built for, of course, the Indianapolis 500.
Yep.
They built about 3,675 of these cars. The original plan was to send one to every single dealer in the United States, and there would have been 6,000, but they didn't quite make it that far. They were built from around February to May, and so we'll see on the cow tag when this car was built. It was the first time in 40 years.
Wow. All right, not as bad as I thought. I thought there was a snake living under there or something.
It actually looks pretty decent other than the valve covers. I mean, that's probably the original 350 small block engine in there. Now, these cars, like we mentioned, were rally sport cars and they were super sport cars. And for a super sport 350 car, we would have the dual fuel lines. You can see it's got the sending line and the return line, and those go the whole way back. So that would be correct. And if we take a look at that cow tag, we see that it says 50 and then A, 50, because all of these cars were Dover white. In other words, they wanted them to stand out on the black racetrack, so they painted them white with the orange stripes. Now, pace cars are the only 69 Camaro that got rally stripes other than a Z28. So that's pretty cool about this car. But we can see here that this one says 05A. So that would be in the first week in May. So this was one of the last pace cars that were built. And we also have a 720 on there for the Houndstooth, Deluxe Houndstooth interior. I also just want to check and see, these cars came with the ZL2 cow induction hood, and we do have both provisions down here for the RS treatment and the cow hood. We'll get you a picture of those, which will be a little bit easier to tell. But we also have the canister here for the vacuum for the RS headlights. Basically, Doug, what we've stumbled upon here is, I would say, a pretty much perfectly complete car, except for the valve covers.
Yeah, that's...
You know, this is exciting stuff. So we've got it halfway out of the barn, and what I thought we would do is just stop for a second and we'll go around the back here and see exactly what it looks like so far. So you can see this tire is completely gone. Now that the light, you can see inside there a little bit better. I mean, that orange houndstooth just pops. It's got the style group on the inside, the chrome on the pedals, and we can see here, of course, it's got the SS emblems with the RS taillights. We do have a license plate that says 82. The owner says that there might have been quarters put on this car back in the day. I'm not sure if it was in a crash or something like that. What we'll do is we'll get the car keys and we'll see exactly what it looks like on the inside. Now, I believe it probably was repainted because I'm not seeing any stripes that come down the deck lid right here.
You're right. Just on
but the stripe is on the spoiler, so I think that it probably was.
They must have removed the spoiler, repainted the car, never.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's the right key, though.
Yeah, it's got to be the keys.
Yep. Well, I don't want to break them off in there.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, let me hit it with WD-40.
This is the old mailman trick when people come up to me like, my key won't open my box.
Well, I was going to say we could go through the trunk, but the thing is it's convertible.
There we go.
Ooh.
WD-40. All right, here we go.
WD-40 for the win.
Come on, please. Please be wheels in here.
Oh, it's sealed. She is sealed. Oh, I got it. Oh.
Oh my God, they are. They're in here. The guy did not lie.
Now they should be YJ code wheels. So why don't we pull one of these out in the trunk in this
trim rings.
Look at the
How's
trunk.
the trunk.
Look how nice that is, man.
You gotta be kidding me.
Bring it into the light.
Yeah. I can't believe they're in there.
Right by the valve stem.
Yep, YJ, look at that.
Right there it is. YJ.
Get out.
You can see they were the build date on them right there. They are the wheels for this car, and we'll get you a view
That's
from
incredible.
this side.
They're in great shape too. Look at that shape.
Yeah, man. Let's go back and
let's
take a look at the rest of that trunk. What I'll do is just kind of.
Yeah, let me get my light. Let me put the light on. Get out.
No way,
I
dude.
thought this would be
No way. There is no way it's this nice.
Exactly.
There is no, and it does have quarters on it. You can see.
Okay.
Those are
hopefully
GM,
they're
those are
yeah,
GM
hopefully they're
quarters
GM
too.
boys.
Yeah, those are thick boys
Both
for
sides.
sure.
I can't believe the trunk's that clean.
Dude, this is a freaking nice car. Look, this is a very look at it. It's got everything still in it.
Oh my God.
You can see the big and small spoiler bars there. I mean, the trunk lip on. How did it stay this nice?
No, because look at what we're on. Look at the floor. This is literally the worst case scenario you can put a car on.
I'm gonna have to sell a few things.
I was gonna say, if you don't buy, this is right up your alley.
I might have to sell a few things.
This is incredible.
Doug, we got the drive shaft out. You took care of that. We also got the wheel off the back here, and we're able to spin it around free. That way we can move the car. But what I wanted to do is show you the engine inside this car. And I'm not sure if it's 100% numbers matching or not, but if you look back here, it says FB, and that would be a 69 small block, of course. We also can't get the numbers off the transmission because the car is too low on the trailer to do that. But we do have a numbers matching rear end. Now, remember that this car was built 05A, which is the first week in May. And if we come the whole way around here to the rear end, we can see that this car has a BM code rear end, and it was built on 4/29, so that would be lining up correctly for when this car was built. So this is the original rear end for the car. We also want to show you that this car has had some work done to it. I'll get the keys out of the ignition. And we took a look in the trunk while we were inside the barn there, the building. And you can see inside the trunk here. Now, for those that know what they're looking at here in the Camaro world, this is not the original trunk pan to this car. We can see that it's been replaced, and you can see more screws here. And those are definitely old. So that was done a long, long time ago. But one thing that we haven't been able to figure out on this car is how much they actually replaced. And we can see that it does not have the doubler plate. It has the hanger right here. The holes look like they're in the right place, but they might have taken that doubler plate off whenever they were kind of restoring the whole car underneath here and put all of this undercoating on here. You can see that the exhaust has got some white on it. These have some white on it. Even the gas tank has some white on it. So I'm not 100% sure what all has been replaced, but this car is still pretty much original though, because the proportion valve is right here undisturbed, and that would mean that it also is a 12-bolt disc brake car. Oh, I forgot. There's NOS fenders in the top of this barn.
Yes, there are.
How long do you think these fenders have been up here, Doug?
I believe he purchased them a year after he bought the car, so in 86, so a year later it'd be 87, so since 1987 I would assume.
Well, do you want to go up first or do you want me to go up first?
Sure, gotta get over my fear of heights somehow, right?
What do you see up there?
See some GM boxes.
You see GM boxes?
See GM boxes.
Oh my God. Now they actually don't look like...
GM boxes with GM fenders. There's
They
one
don't
in
look
there.
like they're in bad shape either. I mean, normally I find boxes like this and they're completely gone. Just completely gone.
Wow.
Are they disintegrating in your hand?
Nope. This one's actually pretty solid.
Oh, there's the sticker. You can see underneath there's the sticker for the fender. Now, Doug, what are something like this? What's something like this worth? I mean, I know what it is, but can you tell the audience at home, have you sold any of these before?
Never Camaro.
Never Camaro?
When we were at Carlisle, the owner was at Carlisle. We talked to a guy because he said he had these fenders, and he said if they're in the condition they're in boxes, which who cares about the boxes, but if the fenders are in nice condition, not rusted, he's thinking $3,000.
That's what I was going to say, about $3,000.
Which I think is fair.
$1,500 a piece.
$1,500 a piece.
I would say that these are probably, what, mid-80s?
Yeah.
I mean, they stopped making these about 88, 86.
And if he bought them in 87, that would be correct for that. So they've been up here a long time.
This is like a holy grail parts find for a Camaro.
It's a shame the whole car's not here in NOS. Quarters, deck lid, hood.
Why don't we go ahead and figure out
how we're gonna get these down?
I don't want to mess the boxes up.
I know.
Because
I
you
don't
never
either.
find the boxes, and that sticker could
This
come
one's
off.
pretty solid. I think we could be able. This one we should be able to slide down.
Want to do that one first?
Yeah. Look at the front end. Look at that.
Oh man, and they're the RS ones too. Look, because they
Look at
got the RS brackets on. Well, that would be right. They do have the brackets here for the RS. Then you got the fender extensions on them. This is good stuff.
This is good stuff.
There's hand holes right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna
let me just
maybe
get
use those and hand them down to you.
safely on this ladder first. You got that?
Man, look at that. Genuine General Motors parts. Are you good on a ladder?
Yeah, let me go down one more rung yet. Okay.
Check out that view, by the way. I'm holding on to it. You go down.
Yeah, let me just
You go
shimmy.
down. You go down. I'm holding on to it. All right, you got it now. Gotta get. Gotcha. You good?
Yep, I got it.
Let me go grab the other one. NOS fenders in a barn in Pennsylvania for 40 years with an RS SS Pace Car. There's that sticker. Is the logo on the other side of this box or no?
Is it still the
This one's
the same fender? Oh yeah, it's got the. Yep, two the same. All right, I got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Woo. Go ahead and I don't even know what to say, man. I just hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Buy a t-shirt, that's all I ask.
I don't believe in no devil, 'cause I done raised this hell. I'm made of stone, I don't break. Start me up, open my eyes, turn me loose and you'll see why. I was born ready. I was born ready. Staring at the pressure now. I won't quit, not backing down. I was born ready. I was born ready. I am the unknown fighter. A dark horse coming for you. I'm gonna push up higher. I'm gonna do what I I won't shiver, I won't shake. I'm made of stone, I don't break. Start me up, open my eyes, turn me loose and you'll see why. I was born ready. I was born ready. Staring at the pressure now. I won't quit, not backing down. I was born ready. I was born ready.
So what we're going to do is kind of show you what the underside of this car looks like, and we'll tell you exactly whether this car is correct or not. So, of course, here we have the 12 bolt that we discussed when the car was over there at the owner's house. We have the correct 5 leaf springs, but I wanted to show you that this car has the dual fuel lines the whole way back to the gas tank, okay? And that would be correct for a super sport car for a small block in 1969. It just confirms without a doubt that this is a Z11 Pace car. We've determined that this car has actually had some work done to it. In other words, if we go to the front passenger footwell, we can see that it has had work done. Someone did put a patch pan in here. So I don't think that this car was ever really wrecked, Doug. I think that this car was just a little rusty.
Saw some little rust in it,
because it was a convertible.
Yeah.
And somebody knew that it was a Z11, and so they kind of changed and saved this car. Also, we noticed that up here in the trunk pan, you can see that they've welded plates to it. Actually, the original trunk pan was all the way up until about right here, and that's where they cut it, and that's why it looks so nice on the inside, but it's not factory correct. But it did save the car. We have determined that this transmission is the original transmission. And we see here that it's a 660 casting, which is a 69 date, obviously. We also have P9, which would be 69, and then A. So this is an M20 transmission, and right here is the VIN number that matches the VIN on the top of the dash of this car. So we have an original rear end, we have an original transmission, but what we have found is that this engine is not original. At the beginning of this video, I had mentioned that it had an FB stamp on it, and that would be a 327 engine from 1969, not a 350 that should have came in this car. It could have been blown up. It had 130,000 miles on it, right?
Yep.
So we also see here that it has the disc brakes on it, like it would factory. We can also see that it has the right spring stickers on it, still originally there from 1969. If we also come to the front of this car, pull this out. Anyway, that's actually a screw that's stuck up in there, but that's the hole for the spoiler. Of course, that's actually dirt. Well, Doug, why don't we go ahead and go to the back of this car, and we'll just kind of give a rundown of exactly what you guys are asking for it.
Yep.
And how they can get a hold of you, right?
Yep.
First of all, I want to say thank you.
No, thank you, Parker. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for just giving us a call, letting us even know that this car existed. And we're not that far away from my hometown. Wasn't a big deal to come up here. It just made I enjoyed my day. What about you?
Oh, it was a great day. This was very fun. Yes, I like doing this stuff. This is fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad the car's not a total basket case.
I wasn't going to say that when we got here, but I knew where the car was sitting. And
So did I.
And
I
I
thought
was
for sure
afraid
it
that the
was-
whole bottom end was going to be rusted out.
Yep, I agree.
But this car is, someone had the forethought enough to kind of save it back in the day, and I'm glad they did. They may have saved it for one of the audience members at home.
I hope so.
How much are you asking for this car?
The owner would like to try to get 30
$30,000?
with the NOS fenders in
Okay.
the boxes.
So the fenders do come with this car. We'll
And the
show
original
you.
wheels too are, will come with the car.
And the reason they're going to come with this car is you can see this fender has a little rot on it right here. And that is very common for a 1969 Camaro. And the other side is a little bit better. We'll go over and take a look at that just so they have a general idea of what the condition is.
Yeah, because this side sat against that barn wall, so no wonder it was.
This door's a little bit nicer on this
worse
side.
off.
I'd probably still replace it, but you can see the fender over there. Not as bad as the other side. So, Doug, if someone is interested in this vehicle, are we able to put your phone number in the description and
Yes.
they can reach out to you and give you a call?
Yep, that'll be fine.
And do you have any other questions for me about this car that maybe I can answer for you or we haven't gone over?
No, you did a very well job explaining everything we were hoping to find out and needed to know, so I
Okay.
appreciate that. It was excellent.
Cool. Well, again, my name is Parker with Backyard Barn Finds. And Doug, again, I want to say
Yes.
thank you so much on
Thank
behalf of me and on behalf of the audience that we got to all enjoy this car together.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was a great day. If you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up or a subscribe to the channel. Remember, we have these t-shirts for sale. You're welcome to pick up one of those. Again, you guys have a great day.